Close your eyes and picture the grand buffet. It is embarkation day. You are hungry. You see mountains of shrimp, trays of glistening fruit, and in the center, the crown jewel, the chocolate fountain. Your child reaches out a finger. You dip a strawberry. You think, this is paradise. I am here to tell you that for the crew, that buffet is not paradise. It is a biohazard zone. We call that chocolate fountain the Petri Dish, because unlike soup or stew, that chocolate is rarely fully changed. It is just topped up. Circulating within that warm, sweet liquid is the breath, the sneeze droplets, and the skin cells of the 3,000 passengers who ate before you. I'm Carolyn Morgan. I spent years working in food and beverage operations on high seas vessels. I have survived Norovirus outbreaks that turned ships into ghost towns. I have walked through the galleys with USPH, United States Public Health inspectors. I know what happens to the food when the passengers aren't looking. Today, I am going to give you the crew survival guide. We are going to talk about the temperature danger zone, the chemical reality of scrambled eggs, and why the ice cream machine might be the dirtiest piece of equipment on the ship. Here are the 7 things I will never ever put on my plate at a cruise ship buffet. Item number 1, the yellow sponge, scrambled eggs. Let's start with breakfast. You see those massive metal trays filled with yellow, fluffy-looking eggs. You take a bite. The texture is bouncy, wet, almost like a sponge. That is because you are not eating eggs. You are eating product. To feed 4,000 people in 2 hours, ships cannot crack individual eggs for the buffet trays. They use massive industrial bags of liquid pasteurized egg product, or on budget lines, powdered egg mix. These mixes often contain stabilizers, citric acid, and preservatives to keep them yellow under the heat lamps. When they sit in that steam table for 45 minutes, the proteins break down and turn rubbery. It is safe to eat, technically, but it is culinary sadness. The insider fix: never eat from the big tray. Walk to the omelet station. But wait, this is the trick. Look at the chef's counter. If he is pouring yellow liquid from a carton or a pitcher, walk away. That is the same fake stuff. You must ask for fresh cracked eggs. Watch him pick up a physical shell egg and crack it. If they say, we only have the mix, ask for a fried egg or sunny side up. They have to use real eggs for that because the mix cannot hold a yolk shape. Don't pay thousands of dollars for a vacation to eat rehydrated powder. Item number 2, the danger zone. Sushi number 2 is the biggest gamble on the high seas. Buffet sushi. People think the danger is the raw fish. Actually, the fish is usually safe. By maritime law, all raw fish served on ships must be flash frozen to killing temperatures to destroy parasites. The killer isn't the fish, it is the rice. Rice is a perfect breeding ground for a bacteria called Bacillus cereus. To be safe, sushi rice must be acidified, mixed with vinegar, to a specific pH level, or kept cold. But cold rice tastes bad, so the buffet keeps it at room temperature. In the culinary world, we call the temperature between 40 degrees Celsius and 140 degrees Celsius the danger zone. Bacteria double every 20 minutes in this zone. That California roll has been sitting out since the buffet opened at 11:30 a.m. It is now 1 p.m. The rice has been in the danger zone for 90 minutes. Crew members avoid buffet sushi like the plague. We know that if we want sushi, we pay the cover charge for the specialty Japanese restaurant, where the chef makes it to order in front of your eyes. The free sushi is not a perk. It is a digestive ticking time bomb. Item number 3, the black mold machine, soft serve. This one breaks my heart because I love ice cream. The soft serve machine on the pool deck. It looks innocent. You pull the handle, you get a swirl. But ask yourself, who cleans the inside of that machine? A soft serve machine is a complex beast of tubes, O-rings, and cooling cylinders. To clean it properly, according to manufacturer specs, you have to drain it, disassemble the parts, scrub the gaskets, sanitize, and reassemble. It takes 2 to 3 hours. On a busy turnaround day or in the middle of a cruise, does the junior galley steward have 3 hours? Often, they just run a hot water cycle. They rinse it. The mix of milk and sugar that gets stuck in the internal O-rings turns into a breeding ground for black mold and bacteria. If your vanilla ice cream has a slight sour tang, or if you see tiny black specks in the swirl, throw it overboard. That is mold. Stick to the hard scoop ice cream station where they scoop it from a frozen tub. It is colder, safer, and mold-free. Item number 4, the repurposed stew, the Tuesday rule. I want you to learn a term we use in the galley, repurposing. Food cost is the #1 metric for a hotel director. They cannot throw away perfectly good meat. Remember the prime rib or roast beef from Sunday night's gala dinner? Thousands of pounds were cooked. Not all of it was eaten. What happens to the leftovers? They are put into a blast chiller to cool them down rapidly, to be safe. Then they sit in the fridge for 24 to 48 hours. Then, on Tuesday or Wednesday lunch, they reappear at the buffet, but they don't look like prime rib anymore. They have been chopped up, boiled down, and covered in a thick, heavy sauce. They become beef stroganoff, Hungarian goulash, or pepper steak. Is it dangerous? Usually not, if the blast chiller worked correctly. But you are eating leftovers. You are eating meat that has been cooked, cooled, stored, and cooked again. The texture will be tough, and the sauce is there to hide the gray color of the oxidized meat. If you see a mystery stew on the buffet, skip it. Go for the carving station where they are slicing fresh meat. Item number 5, the cross-contamination nightmare, Mayo salads. Number 5, the mayo-based salads. Potato salad, tuna salad, chicken salad. These are dangerous for 2 reasons. First, mayonnaise is an egg-based emulsion. It is incredibly unstable in heat. Even if the bowl is sitting on ice, the top layer, the part you scoop, is exposed to the warm air of the ship. Second, and more importantly, the tongs. Watch the passengers for 5 minutes. It is a horror movie. A passenger picks up the tongs for the shrimp salad. He puts shrimp on his plate. Then, absent-mindedly, he drops the shrimp tongs into the potato salad bucket. Now, the potato salad is contaminated with shellfish allergens. 10 minutes later, someone with a shellfish allergy eats the potato salad and goes into anaphylactic shock. Because these salads are soft and mushy, they hide contaminants easily. A piece of raw chicken from the next station can fly into the potato salad and you'd never see it. Crew members eat whole foods, a whole tomato, a slice of cucumber, things that cannot hide secrets. Item number 6, the beverage station nozzle. This isn't a food, but it enters your body. The water and juice station. You are thirsty. You grab a plastic cup, fill it with water, drink it. You are still thirsty. You go back for a refill. Watch what 90% of people do. They take their used cup, the one that has touched their lips and saliva, and they push it right up against the dispensing lever. The rim of their used cup touches the plastic nozzle of the machine. That nozzle is now covered in their saliva. Then you come along with your clean cup, push the same lever, and their bacteria wash into your water. It is a primary vector for the common cold and the flu on ships. Also, look at the people refilling their personal water bottles. They jam the bottleneck right up into the machine. Always use a clean glass for every refill. Never let your vessel touch the machine. Or better yet, drink the tap water in your cabin bathroom. It is filtered and often cleaner than the buffet station. Item number 7, the chocolate fountain, the recirculator. And finally, we return to the chocolate fountain. I cannot stress this enough. It is a recirculating system. The chocolate goes up the pipe, cascades down, collects in the basin, and goes back up. Whatever falls into that basin stays in the system. I have seen kids sneeze directly into it. I have seen hair fall into it. I have seen a passenger drop a piece of melon, reach in with their bare hand to fish it out, and lick their fingers. The chocolate is not hot enough to kill viruses. It is just warm enough to keep them happy. When the chocolate extravaganza night happens, usually late at night on the pool deck, the crew stays far away. We know it is a biological experiment, not a dessert. The Norovirus protocol in conclusion. So, am I telling you to starve? No. The cruise ship galley, the main kitchen, is actually cleaner than most restaurants on land. The USPH standards are incredibly strict. The problem is not the chefs. The problem is the self-service nature of the buffet. The problem is the other passengers. If you ever walk into the buffet and see that the crew is serving everything, salt shakers are gone, you can't touch the tongs, crew members are handing you plates, that is a code red. It means norovirus is already on the ship. In that case, do not eat at the buffet at all. Go to the main dining room. Let a waiter bring you food that hasn't been breathed on by 1,000 people. Eat strategically. Eat from the back of the trays, where the fresh food is. Eat cook-to-order items. And for the love of the ocean, wash your hands. Not just the sanitizer gel. That doesn't kill norovirus. You must use soap and water for 20 seconds. Next up, we are leaving the bacteria behind and going to a place where the only thing you lose is money. The casino. Do you know why cruise ship slots pay out less than Vegas? And why the blackjack rules are rigged against you at sea? In my next video, I will expose the offshore odds of the cruise casino. Subscribe, stay healthy, and don't touch the chocolate fountain.